Congratulations to all the Kenyan winners. Now, at least 16 KCSE candidates among those affected after Kiganjo Amboni Secondary School in Nyeri Town constituency was shut down on grounds of being unsafe. A multi-agency task force comprising of, among others, officers from the Ministry of Education was closed down the school after confirming that it was structurally unsound. And as Ibrahim Karanja now reports, the Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education Teachers, KUPPET, is taking issue with the government over the school closures.
Education is treasure is the school motto for Kiganjo Amboni Secondary School. But this treasure is quickly rotting if the dilapidated structures here are anything to go by. For a school, weak pillars, worn-out roofs, broken floors and lack of water is usually a reason for concern amongst stakeholders. These are the very reasons that saw the multi-agency task force come knocking.
We have met with the management and the directors, and we have agreed that from this moment, this institution is closed.
We have done the assessment of this institution, and we have come to a conclusion that this is not this institution does not even qualify to be called a school.
Coming hot in the heels of the recent tragic accident that led to the death of 8 pupils in Precious Talent Academy in Nairobi, this visit was thorough, with the officers taking time to closely check every part of the school. But even before they got here, the management had gotten wind of the news of their visit and allegedly sent all the students away.
When? This morning?
Yes. You know, sometimes you don't take things for granted.
On one hand, the physical structures were, for lack of a better phrase, on the verge of collapsing.
Some people are so poor. There is someone who is dying to work here. So irrespective of the condition, I want to tell you the truth. There are those who cannot make a day if the school was not here.
On the other, the education standards are low, with reports of unqualified teachers.
There is no teaching which is taking place because they are employing from 4 rivers.
So we hire one, at least one, to just make the students excited.
And is that?
This is not legal. But if you go even to the senior schools, they employ peer teachers just as a form of motivation.
The institution has been shut down, with the area sub-county director of education affirming that the students will be taken to the neighboring Nyaribo Secondary School. Meanwhile, the Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education Teachers, KUPPET, has criticized the government's move of shutting down schools, terming it as reactionary.
The schools are inspected for safety by curriculum support officers and quality assurance officers at least 3 times every term. That is what the policy says. Where this was not done, the minister should identify the officers who slept on the job and punish them publicly to the satisfaction of Kenyans.
Quick, cheap answers from the Minister Magoha are actually an abuse to the informal settlements in Nairobi, which are fully being served by the schools that is now closing. Now, suppose he closes all the schools by tomorrow. Where are the 2 million students going?
The union officials blame the government for not having been vigilant when illegal structures were set up, claiming that most private schools mushroomed after the government's failure to provide adequate learning facilities for the ever-bulging population. Ibrahim Karanja, KTN News.
Now, members of parliament from tea-growing areas want tea farmers to benefit from guaranteed minimum returns to cushion them from low bonuses. The members also want the Kenya Tea Development Agency reformed to allow more representation from farmers. At the same time, members of parliament from the Coast region have asked the Kenya Revenue Authority and Kenya Ports Authority to comply with the directive by the Cabinet Secretary for Transport that importers should not be forced to transport their cargo from Mombasa to Nairobi via the standard gauge railway.
Tea farmers across the country have faulted the Kenya Tea Development Agency for giving them a raw deal in bonus payments for their crops this year. Lawmakers from the tea-growing zones have joined the bandwagon and want KTDA investigated. Members also want tea processing factories constructed in tea-growing areas to ensure value addition before export.
We do not want the government to continue with the circus of hoodwinking farmers na njia ya kuform task force after the other. We are demanding better prices for our coffee farmers. We are demanding, na hatuombi leo, we are demanding better prices for our tea farmers.
I've seen attendance where there are so many meetings taking place every week in Harambee House. Meetings after meetings, nothing comes out of these meetings. And these cabinet secretaries have really let Uhuru Kenyatta and all of us down. And it's about the time the president cracked the whip.
There is no tea in Mombasa. There is tea in Mount Kenya region and the Rift Valley. Those two additional value addition factories, one should be brought to Mount Kenya region and another one in the Rift Valley.
88% of our teas is exported in bulk, compared to a country like Sri Lanka, which is a war country, which is exporting 60% of its teas in processed form. So we want to see government put money into value addition, not just stories.
It has always been about the maize farmer crying. Now the tea farmer is crying. The coffee farmer is crying. The milk farmer is suffering. It has never happened in the history of this country that during the dry season, when we know we have low supply of milk because of the drought, that the prices of milk are reduced.
KTDA is become a center where cartels meet and they reign everything and deal with the farmers ruthlessly. And the farmer is really becoming a pauper in all these vicious circles.
The controversy surrounding a move by the Kenya Revenue Authority and Kenya Ports Authority to have all imported containerized cargo transported using the new railway line appears to have been addressed by the Cabinet Secretary for Transport, James Macharia.
Wewe kama mfanyakazi, ikiwa ni wa bandari, ikiwa wewe ni mfanyakazi wa shirika lenye kusanya ushuru wa Kenya, ulipo wewe, ujue na utahadhari ya kwa haya maji yatakuja kutulia. We will come for you because this is economic sabotage.
Bwana Macharia ameshasema ya kwamba lazima wafanyikazi wawe na uhuru katika biashara zao. Hivyo basi ni kuwaambia wafanyikazi wetu, katu msikubali kusurutishwa, katu msikubali kulazimishwa kwenda kinyume na maagizo ambayo yametolewa na waziri kupitia wizara yake ya uchukuzi.
Patrick Amimo, KTN.